First, a gas station confrontation gets turned upside down. The chaotic situation that ended with a woman's SUV on its roof in the middle of the street in Forest Park. It was all caught on camera. An argument, a man dragged and a flipped over SUV, and now a woman in that SUV is charged.
Tia Ewing has a disturbing situation all around. I guess the good thing is nobody was hurt in this.
It's wild, and Forest Park police tell us this video you're about to see helped them piece together exactly what happened, and now a female is in custody.
Oh, my baby! Oh, my baby! Y'all better go ahead!
This wild video was recorded after an argument started at Jackson Boulevard and Harlem Avenue at the Thornton's gas station Sunday after 3. Jay Mills recorded it all.
Because they was like, they started throwing cuffs and bars. I'm like, it's for the escalate.
He was with his family, and they say the woman behind the wheel of the Ford SUV started hurling homophobic and racial slurs at the two women.
Oh, my baby hit it! Oh, my baby hit it!
Calling them the N-word and monkeys.
From there, the fight escalated as people were trying to The female driver hits the red van, dragging the man that was with her for several feet. Then this happened. As the SUV fled the gas station, the driver struck a vehicle waiting at the southbound turn signal at Jackson and then flipped over. It was as if nothing happened at all. The driver managed to exit out of the broken window and started laughing. Up close, just how much damage was done. The driver and her male companion were far from done. Like Bonnie and Clyde, they were captured on camera trying to flee the scene. Forest Park Police is only charging Nance. She didn't have a valid driver's license, and now she's charged with felony criminal damage to property, 2 counts of aggravated assault, reckless driving, among other charges. Tia Ewing, Fox 32, Chicago.
On March 9th.
Hey, Shalom, Akim Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises.
Before you speed past that slow-moving vehicle, slow down and pay attention.
He's a 10, but he does fasting.
That ain't how you lose weight.
I need to drive.
First, a gas station confrontation gets turned.
Aggravated assault.
Salakia. I'm going to say Shalom. I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Harakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. It was in the gospel, bro, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. The video, what you saw, actually, I saw the whole video. It's like a 45-second clip. Basically, in Chicago, as usual. And what's so crazy about it is that Lakewood was actually a good area, you know, that was pretty much inhabited by a diverse crowd, upper class working Jakes, Edomites, you know, Issachar, but mainly Esau, because that was a upper class community at a point in time. But you see, due to the what they call the gentrification in the cities, basically they moved the vermin out in these neighborhoods, man, and it's bringing down the property value. You know, like you can't, niggas, you know, you can't never have nice shit nowhere because a nigga will always come and fuck it up. No matter where you go, Jake will always come in and contaminate whatever area you in. You know, that's why the so-called white man, Esau, even though he's a devil, he doesn't want to be around you, Jakes, and this is the reason why. Okay, this woman clearly, literally flipped a car over, okay, damn near drug a man, and I believe the man who she drugged from the vehicle was her boyfriend or somebody she was dealing with, but drugged this nigga from a vehicle, hit the other car, and then flipped her car over. And this is why we say, man, leave a black woman alone, bro. Because, I mean, honestly, dealing with Keisha, you're asking for nothing but trouble. Okay, for the most part. Not all of them, but majority of them, they're just not right, man. And it's just, they're just not right. Okay? And we say that the black woman is very indestructible because she literally flipped the whole fucking car over and she got out unharmed and she was still talking shit. Okay, now if that was anybody else, Jake, man, or whoever, they probably would have been in the hospital undergoing some very rigorous surgery. But not Keisha, because this motherfucker, she has spiritual power on the left-hand side, you know? And that's another thing, too. And people say you ain't supposed to discipline a woman. For one thing, women are very durable. The Most High made them that way because technically they supposed, when they get out of hand, you're supposed to discipline them. You know what I'm saying? So they're actually made to take an ass beating. That's why a lot of times when Jake fighting his women, you know, and he's putting hands on her ass, she gets right back up because they're designed for that because the Most High know how the woman is. You know, the Most High know how the woman was or is, and he's creating them that way. And basically, they get out of line, but you're supposed to put them back in their place. Now, we're not saying, you know, kill a bitch or be putting hands on her, but the reality of it is, according to the Bible, if your woman get out of hand with you, you're able to put her in her place. You know what I'm saying? A smack upside the head ain't gonna kill nobody. You know what I'm saying? But this proves the fact that they are indestructible because she literally flipped over a whole fucking SUV and look at her. You know, I'm pretty sure they took her to the hospital to treat her, but I mean, look at her. She got demons on her, man. Okay, and this is why we tell you, Jakes, man, stop putting babies in these women, man. Stop dealing with this. Like, dude, this is madness. Why would you want to... Scriptures say, why afflict thyself on thy own counsel? This is madness. Why would you want to deal with somebody like... For one thing, that's not her hair. Second of all, she's not attractive. Third of all, she has those comfort catchers on. Fourth of all, she's very aggressive and loud. Fifth of all, she's very dangerous. Okay, she literally just drug homeboy from the truck. You know, and I don't know if the altercation was between them two, but apparently, you know, she was into it with somebody at the gas station and bam. Hit their car, hit another vehicle, and then flipped over. Okay, so she's being charged, and she's going to jail for that because that was just reckless driving and just endangerment, you know. But regardless of it, these women are wicked, they're out of order, and this shit has to stop, man. Okay, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has to come back, and he has to put this place back in order, man. And just no ifs, ands, or buts. But the only way that will happen is when America is totally destroyed and wiped off the face of the earth, okay? So let's get a couple precepts here. These women are wicked as hell. Lamentations 4:1, it says, how has the gold become dim? And how is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out at the top of every street. The gold is returned to the nation of Israel. Okay? It says, the precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold. This is talking about our men. Okay? At a point in time, we was compared it to fine gold, man, because gold is a very high and lucrative substance. Okay, it's a very precious metal, or I say a element that's highly sought after of. Okay, and it's not overly rare, but it's rare enough to the point that the value of gold is phenomenal, man. Okay, and we was compared to that, but look at our condition now. Okay, look at the condition that the Negro man is in. I mean, look at what he's dealing with. He's dealing with this. I mean, this tells you right here the state of our nation. Okay, she is an example of what our nation has become, because they state to tell the state of a people, look at the women. Okay, and our women, this is the majority of them. Okay, they're feminists, they're aggressive, they want to be men. Okay, they're very masculine. Okay, they have no respect, no discipline. They don't care for their children. You know, they don't care for their men. All thing they want to do is wear eyelashes, stanky hair weave, twerk, and fuck on every other nigga. That's all they want to do. And smoke everybody's weed. You know? Stay away from these women, man. It says, comparable to fine gold, how are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter. Even the sea monsters draw out the breast, and they give suck to the young ones. But the daughter of my people is become cruel, like the ostrich of the wilderness, man. And the ostrich is a wild animal. Okay, the scriptures tell you that how an ostrich, how the ostrich, she will put her eggs in the ground and crush them. And the Most High compare you black women to that. Okay, not caring for your young, not caring for life. Clearly, she just drug her boyfriend from a car, arguing with somebody else, and then flip the vehicle over and still get out talking shit. You know, but this is all the curse of the Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, it says here, as the tongue of the suckling child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth for thirst, the young children ask for bread, and no man breaketh into them, right? And that's the necessities that you women are not willing to give your children, your men, etc., and just your aggression, man. I mean, like, goddamn. All right, let me find a precept real quick. I think it's in Job. It may be in Job 9. Let me find them real quick. X. Yep, Job 39. Yep, this is the book of Job 39. And I'm going to start at verses 13. It says, "Givest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich, which leave her eggs in the dirt, which leave her eggs in the earth, and warm them in the dust, and forget it that thy foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them." Okay, it's talking about you women. Because the ostrich, once they put their eggs in the ground, they forget it and they'll come back and they'll crush them. They'll kill the babies. That's equivalent to the cruelty of you women. Scripture said, "The daughter of my people have become cruel." Okay, it says she is hardened against our young ones, as though they were not hers, and her labor is in vain, without fear, because the Most High have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding. But what time she lifted herself on high, she scorned the horse and his rider, okay? Because the horse represents rulership, you know, and the rider represents a prince or a king, okay? And look at how she is towards the Israelite men. Look how she is towards the women of our own nation. You know, the black woman, if they all working together, it was good for 1 minute, then the next minute they hate each other, they fight each other. Okay, it could be over some type of career promotion, some niggas they fighting over. It could be over who looks the best, whose ass is fatter this day, who makeup look better that day. They go out together, they have fun, and then all of a sudden they'll find a problem with each other. They're very catty. They don't even fuck with each other, man. That's why a lot of times if you see a group of women that's out at a place, or you may be out at a bar, or you may be out just in public, period, and you see a group of women, mainly black women, you notice they're all catty. You notice the tension among them. You know, there's always one in a clique they don't really like, but they accept her. You know, and if she isn't like them, they'll try to turn her out. And then if they can't turn her out, they'll beat her ass. You know, and that's how these women operate. You know what I'm saying? They cool 1 minute and they talk shit. Like my auntie, man, she had a best friend she grew up with. She been knowing Mary probably, 20-some plus years. She been knowing Mary since I was a kid. And they cool. They probably went out every other weekend. They talk, but as soon as Mary moved out of town, they don't even talk to each other no more. But I thought this was your best friend for 30 years. And I get it, you know what I'm saying? Life, you know, life is like inseparable. You know what I mean? Life is, you know, life catches up, family, kids, career, you know. Like I got a homeboy in the world. I've been knowing him since I was 3 years old, but I don't talk to him like that no more. We just ain't on the same wave kick. But nonetheless, I see him as all love. And I'm sure it's the same thing with those two as well. But, you know, they was like birds of a feather. You couldn't break them apart. So you would think they would have a better relationship. But I'm like, hey, you talk to Mary? She's like, nah, I haven't talked to her. You know, she's like, I haven't talked to her in a while. So that shows you there that these women, they're not even right with each other. So how they going to be right with the men of their nation? You know? And it says here, forget it that the foot may crush them, and that the wild beast may break them. Okay, because like I said, these women, man, they just cruel. Okay, clear prime example. She didn't care if it was a kid in that car or whatever. She just decided to go upon her emotions and flip the fuck out. You know, and that's the majority of them. That's how they react, out of emotion. Okay, Sirach 42, and I'm gonna start at verses 13. It says, for garments cometh the moth, and from women wickedness. Okay, women wickedness. Okay, as if a moth is attracted to a garment, because one thing about moths, they eat clothes. Like if you have a moth in your house, they feast on your garments. You know what I'm saying? They like light and they like linen. Okay, but it says from garments cometh the moth, and from women wickedness. Okay, because the scripture say there's no amount of wickedness in the world that's compared to the wickedness of a woman. Okay, and the scriptures say that. It says all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. All right, matter of fact, let's get that. Ecclesiastes 20, and I'm going to start at verses 10. And it reads, it says here, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. You know, flipping cars over, starting fights, getting locked up, you know, putting yourself in an unfavorable predicament. This is the result of it, man. Okay, this is the result of Babylon the Great. And it says, she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler, which hath found the fountain, and drink of every water near her, and by every hedge which she sit down, and open her quiver against every arrow. Okay, and this is talking about the whoredom. But I'm going to go down here. Yep. 22, a wicked woman is given it as to a portion of a wicked man, but a godly woman is given it to him that feared the Lord. Okay, 25, and I'm just jumping around a little bit. It says a shameless woman should be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. She's not shamefaced. Okay, she's not shamefaced. All right, out there in public acting like a bunch of fucking baboons, man. You know, that's not a good thing. You know, that's very disgraceful, especially how women are supposed to behave. Sirach 25, and I'm gonna start at verses 16. It says, I would rather dwell with the lion and the dragon than to keep house with the wicked woman. Okay, you'll be better off dealing with the dragon before you deal with a woman like this. All right, and just look at her. She looks like she's trouble. She looks abusive. I mean, this is somebody clearly you don't want to be involved with. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have babies with that. Child support comes, alimony, all that shit. She's taking you for everything you got. She's probably a welfare queen. You don't want to deal with this madness, man. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh shines to vindicate us from this. It says, in the wickedness of a woman, changing her face and darken her countenance like sackcloth, man. Okay, that attitude, that haughtiness, man. That bipolar shit. 23, a wicked woman that abated the courage make a heavy countenance and a wounded heart, and a woman that would not comfort her husband in distress make a weak hands and feeble knees. It says, and of the woman became the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. It says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to God abroad. Okay, so that's the whole point. All wickedness is little to the wickedness of a woman, you know. So one more precept, I'm gonna end it. Got to get up out of here, actually. Deuteronomy 28 and 54. And it reads, it says, matter of fact, let's go to 56. It says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not have ventured to set the soles of our foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes should be evil towards the husband of our bosom and towards the son and towards our daughter, man. Okay, and then towards the young one that coming out between our feet, and towards the children which she shall bear. For she shall eat them in a one of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith the enemy shall distress thee in thy gates, man. Okay, so I'm going to end it there. You get the point. All praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, shalom and a ball. Shalom.